Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, guys, let's get this party started as we flip into the charts and we see exactly what is going on here. Number one, markets are slightly higher on the day after a monumental move lower yesterday. We had a 300-plus point reversal on the Dow Jones Industrial Average yesterday after a strong gap and push. We had a collapse across the board. You can see it very, very clearly right here. Now, since the markets declined, you can see that beautiful topping tail right there early in the morning yesterday. The market's closing at their lows of the day. A little bit of a gap up, a test of the lows from yesterday, bottoming tail, and then the markets have then moved back to the positive side. The S&P 500 is trading up about 4, make that 5 points now. Dow up 96 points, and the NASDAQ is up about 1 point on the day. The NASDAQ is weaker because Apple is weaker. We're seeing some pretty significant weakness here in Apple. It's not down that much, but just the fact that the markets are green and Apple is lower is definitely putting some strain on this stock. All right, again, we can go to the daily chart. You can see right here. Interestingly enough, see these tails from the 52-week lows on Apple right here around the 437, 435 area? If you take those tails and just draw a trend line right across to Apple, you will actually see that the low of the day on Apple was put in right around that level. And again, just on a technical basis, that's important. Now, I didn't get to do a free video yesterday during lunchtime. The main reason was it was just too crazy a day. I ended up making about $6,500 day trading and about $15,000 swing trading yesterday. And between the chat room and the research center here at InTheMoneyStocks.com, the profits were so intense and so fast that I couldn't really give it to the free side. So, I'm back today to give analysis and keep you guys all updated. But again, it was truly an amazing day yesterday for everyone at InTheMoneyStocks.com. The cycle date last week, which Nick gave out as last Tuesday, was perfect. And when I say perfect, I don't mean just perfect, I mean unbelievably perfect. If we go back to the SPY daily chart, which mirrors the S&P 500, this was Nick's cycle date right here. And again, a cycle date essentially tells you there's going to be a shift. You're essentially putting in a top, in this case, on that date. He gave this date out, believe it or not, as much as a month in advance. All right, and again, just a few days before we reiterated it, and sure enough, the markets topped on that exact day. From that day on, look at the change in market technology. Look at the change in market direction, in market velocity, in market sentiment, everything. It's amazing. You got this huge drop the following day after his turn. We got one more down day, a bounce day, the gap up yesterday, and this monumental downward move. Today we're getting a little bit of a bounce, but again, this wide range bar on the daily should tell us that we are going to head a little bit lower. Now, the downside is not that great. I want to make that clear. We have our shorts. We're profiting on our shorts unbelievably much. Yesterday, I took profits on the yen trade, which was a great profit zone to take it on, as well as other trades as well, including some people took profits on the VXX, which was up something like 25% yesterday. It was just an incredible move on the VIX. But the key to understand here, this wide range bar from yesterday tells us that there will be a little bit more downside to at least the 50 moving average. Today's bounce is just an inside bar, which would create an in spirit of bearish pattern. So again, just keep that in the back of your mind. You want to make sure you're remembering this type of thing, that even though you're getting a bounce now, you should be looking for a little bit more downside. All right, and that's what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to continue to look for the key levels. I took some shorts off the table yesterday. We even took a long, which was up yesterday, believe it or not. We had a long out there that was up beautifully. Rack space. Nick had given that out as a trade the day before on Friday, which we were already up. We made about $2 on that one. It was a great trade right there, and we took that profit. We took the yen trade, the FXY, off the table, and I'm still holding long the SDS. We picked up the SDS right here. So when we're up huge on that, we're up over $1 on SDS. In addition, I'm also holding JP Morgan on the short side, which is down 14 cents today. Was down more, but it's coming back up with the market. Again, notice the weakness in JP Morgan today, down 16 cents right now with a market that's actually doing pretty well. Dow's up 100 points, which JPM is a component of. To see JPM actually negative does speak volumes for future weakness in the market as well. All right, other trades that I'm also in and continuing to monitor, I am still in the short on DIA, which is doing beautifully here after that big down move as well. So really on the DIA, I'm looking for the 50 MA. If you're looking at the where to take the money on the SDS, whenever the SPY falls into the 50 MA right here, that's where you take that money. And again, at this point, we're playing with gravy. We have mostly break-even stops in place. We've taken half off a bunch of positions. The profits keep flowing, and again, that's all we can ask for. All right, it's all about the PPT methodology. Price, pattern, and time strategies. That's what it stands for. PPT stands for price, pattern, and time. And learning these literally opens your eyes. It literally will make you into a pro trader that will rival and beat any institution out there. I don't care what type of hedge fund, I don't care what type of institution with what type of technology they're trading with. Nonsense. This pinpoints it and nails it even better. There's no institution nailing to the day the pivot tops in the market. There's none. So again, there's a 7-day free trial here to the Research Center. I strongly encourage you to come try it out. You can try out the intraday stock chat as well, but the 7-day free trial should be a no-brainer. All right. If we flip back to the intraday chart, you can see the market pop there, coming back in just a little bit. Again, today to me looks like a pause day. Spider's up 50 cents after a huge $3 down move yesterday. That's what we call an inside bar day. We're seeing key stocks continue to be weak, which tells me to be alerted. Google's down today, Apple's down today, Amazon's down, JP Morgan's down. These are key stocks that in a good market really should not be lower, which again does tell us to be wary and that we should see a little bit more downside. Other stocks in motion, BlackBerry or Research in Motion, whatever you want to call it these days. We are seeing Research in Motion down about 60 cents here. The chart tells me this is going to go here. I've been saying this since this stock was 18 bucks that it was going to pull back to 10 and a half, and sure enough, that's where it's headed. Now it's all the way down to about $12.50, $12.65 to be exact. And this will continue to pull back here, and this is your short-term target. When it gets there, look for a very nice bounce around the 10 to 10 and a half level. Should be a very good $1 to $1.50 bounce off of that. My estimation would actually tell us the bounce would take us all the way back up to about 12 and change. So really close to $2, if not more than $2 on the bounce. All right, that's a nice one as well. Let's take a look at Apple again. You can see Apple here. This is the daily chart. If we flip to the intraday, Apple's into the 20 MA, but pulling back again, down about $4 on the day. And when you see the NASDAQ positive and you see the S&P and the Dow having good moves, to see Apple negative just continues to reiterate. I've been a staunch advocate that Apple was going to go to 420. A lot of people, when it bounced to 460, 450, said, oh, that's not going to happen. Well, guess what? It's basically touching the 52-week lows today, and any sort of weakness in this market in the next few days, and you will see this head towards that 420-ish area. 420 will be support, then you have the 400 level after that, and again, I will be putting out trade alerts to buy Apple. Be ready. I don't know which one I'll do yet. I don't know if it's going to be 420 or 400, but I will give you guys the heads up on that via the Research Center. Again, if you're in the Research Center, it's for swing traders and investors. You get swing trade alerts, live calls, time-stamped. I put out any buys and sells that I take myself, and so does Nick. We give you videos in that Research Center, daily videos, market reports, proprietary methodology, anything you could imagine that will make you into an amazing trader and help you profit for life. And again, some of the comments from yesterday were amazing. I mean, literally people saying, you've changed my life by becoming part of InTheMoneyStocks.com. You have done it for me. You have basically fed my family and created a retirement for myself. I will be able to do this for the rest of my life. I mean, it's amazing comments, and I tip my cap to every hardworking member here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, guys, enough said. Let's get back to work here. Let me just pop the SPY up again here on the intraday. You can see we're kind of pulling back just a minor amount, but as long as we're above this 20, there could be a pop to the 50. I'm going to look for bullish consolidation as a day trade now to possibly go long. If we close back below the 20, that is negated, and then we could go back to the lows of the day. Have a great day. Come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. More trades coming out today. I posted new trade alerts this morning or last night, and again, I have more coming out. The trades are fast fire trades. That means you're basically buying them and holding it for 2 days, making 5% or so, and that's the way we like it. In and out real quick, and on to the next one with a profit in your pocket. Take care.